Go, go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. I'm the realest. Yeah, I see what I want and I get it. You be capping for the count, you switching. Ain't no switching back. Had the boss up, you can call me triple threat. I be killing every show and get it before the check. I ain't tired yet. Overlapping like I used to run a track. No, I don't even break a sweat. I'm as lethal as an artist really get. I remember Granny cooking fish and grits. When she gave us knowledge, she made sure it's it. Now we cooking in this too, talking about this. I'm all over the world. People be sleep so they quite don't know it yet. Yeah, we ready for war. Anyone standing no way and it's over. I'ma wake 'em up, let me wake 'em up. You will see what I'm about, I ain't one of them. Used to sleep on the floor, head below the rim. Now I'm dogging on like shagging them. I be feeling for people, no sympathy. When they see me with check, they be sensitive. I don't fall in the trap, I be flipping it, make it look easy. My feet up, I'm kicking it over and over. They repeating my, they liking it, but they showing the love, they be trifling it. All I'm seeing is red like lightning. Over and over, straight heat the beat. All you rappers for real ain't touching me. It's a banger whenever I'm walking in. Banger whenever I'm walking in. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost.
Boom! What's going on? It has been a long time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome back. It's been a long time since I did a lab, but my goodness, it's right on time. Welcome back, everybody. PhD Youth Sports in the lab with the professor. He is I am him. Welcome, everybody, back to another show. Ooh-wee. Sunday. Normally a day of rest, a day of relaxation. You get your mind, your body, your soul, everything together. Laundry, you name it. Get it all back together, get started for the next week. Well, today ended up a little bit different. We ended up getting a phone call, and I can actually say last minute, because this director knows he called me last minute and said, hey, man, what you got going on? What you doing? Sitting around the house, a little bit of laundry, was on the last of the laundry. To see what it do, he turns around and calls me up and says, I need you to come call these games. 3 games, I got you. Come on through. And that's exactly what we did. Big Cross down the street, round the corner here from the house. We went ahead and did what we had to do. So we ended up at Big Cross High School, home of the Junior Trojans. That's right. Yeah. That's exactly where we were today. For those who weren't there, appreciate you. We went out there and handled business. What's going on, everybody? If you've never been here before, it's your first time. PhD Youth Sports actually breaks down the youth football, youth sports as a whole, and what we see, what we like, what we don't like. Some of it's our opinions, some of them are facts. And you know me, if you ever been listening to any of the shows, anything, I speak my mind, but I try to do it politely. All right, there's some things I like and don't like, do's and don'ts that I can help you out with. Been there, done that. Okay, been there, done that. Make sure you stay hydrated first and foremost. And we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about both game of the weeks that'll be going on. That went on, Saturday and now Sunday. Okay, we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about the playoff brackets that we have for the D1. Because D2 played today, let me check here on the other computer. Because D2 didn't play until today, he reserved the right to put anything out because he wanted to see the scores and everything come through. But we do have the D1 setups. Both of them be played. D1 round 1 and 2 will be going on. And where the D2 second round, let's see, I think we have D1 second round and D2 second round where it will be played at. Yep, there we go. That's what we got. We got that going on. Some do's and don'ts. Parent and family participation. Marvin, what's going on? What's happening, brother? Man, everything is everything. We're here back inside the lab. I know it's that crucial time to catch somebody when there are games going on and stuff like that. Phone's in your hand, you're watching the show, you're listening to the show, watching your team up on the big screen. Don't feel bad. I'm kind of doing the same thing. It's all good. It's all good, man. Hope everybody had a great, great weekend. We're going to get right into it. Oh, and I cannot forget. I'm going to find out her name. But listen, I had my first official heckler pop up. James! You ain't James. See, let me tell you the difference between me and you, James. Okay? I'm going to tell you the difference between me and you. You're a nice guy. You're a nice guy. Me? Well, I took a picture of my heckler. I took a picture of my heckler and I said, I'm going to help you. The last one they got on James. James. I promise you, you guys ever go back and see, if he ever shares that live again, I'm telling you, I have never laughed so hard before in my life. And I'm glad I wasn't around him because he probably would have kicked me out like, yo, you going too much. But we laughed so hard during that game. That lady swore up and down James Davis was cheating them kids at an overtime. Like he made the people go into overtime or something. It was crazy. But my heckler, listen, I don't come on your job kicking parts out your hand, right? But hey, I dang sure can help you. I know. You want to be heard? You want to be seen? Listen, I can help you. I got the picture. We gonna post it up. We gonna come on, man. Come on. I help you for the community, by the community. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We make sure that we're gonna give a shout out. And I got a name. I got a name. She's an adult, so I can say it. She's an adult, so I can say it. So we definitely gonna put it out there here in just a few minutes. James, don't you go nowhere. His voice, oh, this man got a picture of his heckler. Yep, she came up in the booth and all, bro. Came up in the booth and all. Huh? Look, James had a cup. Hey, had a cup. I mean, listen, you're an adult, you can have it out there, but it's kind of early. But, hey, to each his own. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We gonna post it. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna put his picture up. James, Oh, you think I'm playing? Ben, I'm gonna put it. Hey, James, I'm gonna put his picture up. Ben, hey, I'm gonna put his picture up. Space Jam. I love that. Get off that Space Jam juice. Listen, man, they maintain. I get it. I just want to have fun and stuff like that. But again, the homecoming do's and don'ts, we'll talk about that because that kind of plays a part. All right. I understand everybody has their homecoming. They're doing what they want. They're doing everything. Don't laugh, James. Don't laugh. They're doing everything they can to make this moment great. Okay. First and foremost, Chris, I know I like Cross, I like Kristen. Don't get it twisted. But Kristen, when he knew he had no game Saturday, should have called me up Saturday night, man. Listen, I know he was already on 10, but should have called me up and said, hey, man, this is what I plan on doing. And I would have told you how I would like it, how I need it. You can't handwrite a lot of stuff. Okay, that's first and foremost. So we get right into it. Some do's and don'ts of homecoming. Do not handwrite. Do not hand write your rosters. Okay. I showed you guys a while back. Where are they? I know they're around here somewhere. I showed you guys a while back East Cooper Warhawks rosters and how they came. Listen, it looked like those same little club flyers y'all be getting that you get made up. Okay, you come on. And no pun intended, but you can't have me nothing like this. You please. It's not that I can't pronounce names, or I can't pronunciate, right? Or I can't figure out some of those hard words. I before E except that with C type stuff. We're not talking about all that. I'm pretty good with names. All right. I got some education behind me, so I'm pretty good with the names and how it's pronounced and stuff like that. But if I can't read your handwriting, hello, if I can't read your handwriting, it still don't make no sense. Your N's and E's and your S's all look the same. Is that an I? Because there's no dot. But I'm just assuming what it's going to be. We have to do ourselves a better justice in that. Homecoming, you had your roster the entire time. Make that roster up. Split them up. You want to do all your cheerleaders at one time? Fine. However you want to do it. But you should have something typed up, written down, and I don't care what font you use, or something hopefully, legible, and then you give it to me or anybody else who's coming up there calling games. It'll make the game way easier. And if you do it at the I don't think it's called Kinko's anymore, what, Staples and all those other places, now you go up and you get it made up like a club flyer. You get one that you keep for yourself. That's laminated. You don't ever give that one out for each age group, 8, 10, 12. Then you do one for your cheerleaders. Hey, do it double-sided, however you want to get down. But there's got to be an easier way. It's got to be an easier way. All right. To me, that's just a pet peeve of mine. I'm not saying I hate it. I'll do my best, but I don't like to be, hey man, you messed up the name, chopped up the name. When I don't want to come out and say, well, these people just called me like 20 minutes ago, and thankfully I only live 10 minutes away, so I showed up and started calling the game. That's none of their business, and I shouldn't even have to explain all that. So in order to keep it 100, keep it across the board, if you want stuff announced, things like that, have it typed up, especially when it comes to the rosters. And you talk about homecoming. This means homecoming is the last home game of the season. You should well have your roster and everything done by then and be ready to go. Straight out and be ready to go. That's all it comes down to. All right. Some other things, parent and family participation. Yesterday we went to a game. We saw Stall play against Military Magnet. Now, both teams came out there and tried their hardest. I think Stall had just enough players. Military Mag, somebody, we were waiting on one of the two, and as the players came in, it was, they're adding them on. It was first 8-on-8. Then another player would come in. You okay? I can put another one in. There was 9-on-9, 10-on-10. Eventually, it got to be 11-on-11. I think by like the third quarter. It was like the third quarter. By the time it was, regular, right? We got to do better with crowd participation. For every child that comes in there should be a parent, a guardian, family member, cousin, somebody should be there cheering that child on. Somebody should be there cheering that child on. That is crazy to me. And I understand people work. I understand people have other obligations and all that. But somebody in your family that you are close to and that you trust can show up to those games. Let me tell you why. Because now you have brought PhDU sports into the fold, and you say, we want you at our game. We want you to come up there and call this game. And so when I come there, I don't know a lot of these newer teams. I don't know all the kids. Some of them might know me. They might remember me from 77 and things like that, but I hadn't had a chance to meet every single one of them. God bless. I would love to. I just hadn't had the opportunity nor the time to almost sit down with every single team, but I can't wait till I have at least officially went up and introduced myself to every single one of them so you know that I'm there. And who I'm there for is you. I understand that I get hired through the home team, whoever's hosting the event, whether it's a homecoming, whether it's a game of the week, whether it's the playoffs. Hey, it is what it is. And when it comes to the playoffs, I understand who's contracting me, but I have nobody in the game. I call the game exactly how I see it, and that's why they call me the skybox bully, because there is no real loyalty when I'm calling the game. I'm there calling it. Now, if the home team is during the game of the week or something, and they're the ones paying me, whoever it is, that's who I got to rock with that day, right? That's what they hired me for. Other than that, I would just come in and call one game and be gone. And that's what Jay Williams pays me for. So that's what it is. Hold on. Whoa, leave that. I don't want to go there. Whoa. Cancel. Get out of that. Hold on. We want to go here. On here. I had a terrible showing yesterday. Listen, James. Whoo. Bro, I'm telling you, it was so much low participation that I'm surprised that the host did not shut down the whole visitor side um, bleachers and make everybody sit on one side. Because that'd have been easy for me at the cleanup. Y'all don't want to show up. Y'all got to tear this place up, and I got to clean on both sides, and there ain't nothing but maybe 20, 25 y'all total on each side. All 50 y'all could have sat on this one side. And we're talking 8U, 10U, and 12U played. I'm sorry, and 6U. And a 6U played. That was 4 games. That was 4 games. A 6, an 8, a 10, and a 12. Space Jam juice. You know what I mean? So, come on. That was horrible. Horrible show. And if I'm not mistaken, the same team that hosted, I'm going to say it was stall. It was stall. It was stall. Stall, we can do better than that. Yeah, we show up to the club. We show up to them crab cracks. If I PhD U Sports threw a crab crack, I bet you show up in drones then. Come on, man. Come on. We really ain't going to show up for these kids. And believe it or not, you'd actually have a fun time. If you know that especially if you know I'm coming, the music, we be jamming, we gonna be dancing, it's gonna be a party. It's going to be a party. And this is what these people invest into. This is what they pay for. This is why I charge the way I charge, because it is going to be something different. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. It's going to be something. It's going to be a vibe. I'm going to interact with the crowd, the audience, the players, everything. You got to be there. You got to show up. I did my part. I showed up. When I looked down at the crowd, and I just, man, come on. And again, I get it. People got to work. You got to make ends meet. You got to do all that stuff. Somebody in your family, one, can turn around and show up. For those young kids to sit there, James, Shantae, what's going on? Coach Randy, I see you. James, for those players to sit there and run out on that field when I call their name, or when I call their whole team to come out there, run out on that field all hyped up and look in the stands and see not a single person sat there and showed up for them. Come on. And me as a coach, or me also sit there and be like, yeah, we can do this, we can do that. Come on, man. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Those are straight excuses. Straight excuses. Look, now, Cornelius, he knows. He was out there yesterday. He's one of the coaches there for Stall. And the high school even had a problem. The high school even got a problem. How do you expect this thing to go any further? How do you expect this thing to go any further for the community, by the community? Holler it all the time. You got coaches that are out there volunteering and giving their time, but you to come out there and pay $10 to get into a game, watch a child play, that's a little too much. Why would I get off early for that? Okay. Okay. And Shaniqua Council said, that's why I be in the stands yelling and screaming for mines. Nana, great grandparents, siblings, couplings, and going in for hot. Listen, they bring everybody. No. Now you know me. You know me. I'm for everybody, right? I'm for everybody. Bro, when I tell you, matter of fact, you could have taken both of them, brought them over, and sat them all on one side of the stands and just let them have a ball and party when it came to that yesterday. So Military Mag, you're not off the hook either, because it was the same thing for y'all. There was nobody out there. There was nobody out there. One of my favorite fans, one of the top fan of PhDU Sports, told me, hey, I was looking, and I saw that you were live during one of the games, but I looked across the way and saw there was nobody over there. I'm like, come on, man. There's no way parent, one family member, one family friend. We all got that one friend who you know you would trust with your child. And if you don't, do your due diligence. Don't do it because I said. Don't do it because I said. Listen. Don't do that. But you can. You have that one person that you trust with your child. Then I suggest you ask that person, hey, what are you doing? Godparent, anybody that you just trust with your child. I need somebody to be out there, little Junior, to go out there and support him at his game. We ain't gonna be able to make it. We gotta work. Whatever the case may be, hey, show up, man, just in case I can't make it on time. He knows, looks up to the stands and sees somebody up there. I remember a time, Kristen Black, G Black, I know you know, and James, I know you know. JoJo, what do you say? Um, JoJo might remember this too. Heck, back in the day, we didn't have somebody like myself. It was just how many times your announcer could say your number, right? Say your number and name and end up in the newspaper. Hopefully, you ended up in Sunday's paper and you did enough in your stats to end up in the newspaper the next day. You know what I mean? JoJo say in the building. No, I said keyword volunteering. Them parents seem to don't understand. Oh man, they volunteer. How far you want them to go? Because it's tough. All day, man. Kristen, you know what it is. You know what it is. G Black agrees with Nod. Nod said the same people you see it later on watching the game. Nod up there spending money. Oh, not those people. Not those people. No way. They wouldn't do their churn like that. Come on, man. Please. Yeah, you dang right. You dang right. I don't know. I feel if everybody, like you said, everybody's pouring into these kids. Everybody's trying to help. Everybody's trying to become a village when it comes down to it. And when it comes down to it, you have to actually be a part of the village, or the village is going to collapse around you or shun you out. Right? So, I mean, come on, man. Show up, show out for your kids, right? In a good way. That's all you got to do. I get it. Some people, hey, listen, you got some that show up, and no, Kristen is right here. He knows what it is. Cross showed up in drones. Cross showed up in drones for the 8U. Hey, for the 10U. All right, all right. 12U, they drizzled down. They drizzled down. They drizzled down. And I'm going to tell you, like I tell anybody else, okay, there is nothing says that you have to go in a numerical order when it comes to playing your games. Your games are your games. If you got 4 games, I don't care if you start off with 12U. I don't care if you start off with 10, 8, 6, whatever order you want to get, as long as those games are played for the day. That's it. That's it. So if you have parents or participation family members or even org members that turn around and after their child plays, and I get it, sometimes you have other stuff going on. Do not get me wrong on that. But you know there's some kids out there that have absolutely nobody. And if they see a parent out there, if they see the crowd still going crazy for them and rooting for them, it still makes a difference. It still makes a difference, right? It feels like something to them. All right. We had a couple names that we named today, right? As a matter of fact, that, the parent, nobody was there to walk that child out. And I felt kind of bad, right? So, hey, I could have said my name, right? And walked down there and walked that child out. But it's all good. It's all good. Some organizations make it happen and they make it popping. So it's just one of those things. Stahl still came out, had a great time yesterday. We'll talk about them and we'll talk about today at Cross, along with wait, ladies and gentlemen, hold on, buckle up, hold on tight. My first original heckler came out, and you know, petty gang, petty gang, petty gang, me. Oh, I took a picture. I took, please. Huh? Savor the moments, people. Savor the moments that happen in life. Negative or not. Listen, you come up in the booth, holler, yell at me, do anything you want. Best believe I'm getting paid to be there. Hello. I'm getting paid to be there. And I'm not saying that to be sarcastic, but you're messing up yourself, right? By trying to indulge in a conversation with me on some stuff that I kind of have control over it, but I don't have control over it. All right. Boom. And see him on Facebook. Uh-oh. Shaniqua Council says, yes, it takes a village, especially for our boys. Because listen, Shaniqua, they can be anywhere. Listen, a lot of those kids, shit, you at that football game, the boy could have been rummaging through your stuff at the house. Oh man, the 6U Hawks. Let me tell you about them. Spike, what's happening? Watching via YouTube. Hey, we appreciate you, Spike 3000 in the building. We're gonna talk about it. So let's get right to it. We still have some do's and don'ts about we took care of a couple of them. We took care of that one. We'll probably talk about them again. Some do's and don'ts about the homecoming and blah blah blah. But yesterday we went to game of the week. Stall played against the 6U played against Hanahan Hawks. The 8U they played against Military Magnet Eagles. The 10U against West Ashley Junior Wildcats, and the 12U played against Military Magnet, and it went similar to this. All right, little sis in the building. What's happening? Boy, how about them Gators? Oh, I got some big work coming up this weekend. Let's talk about that cheer cup. Hey, listen, you know I'm gonna put it up there. This year I think they're scared, Heather. I think they're scared this year to jump in this thing. We're gonna do it. Little participation, big participation. We're gonna do it. We're still gonna have fun with it. It's a first year thing, and people are, oh, that's my man running the clock. Coach Spike. I But we're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna have fun with it. I expect to see a lot of good stuff out of it. Now, listen, if they show up, they show up. Somebody says Stratford, y'all got like 20 teams, huh? I don't know if that's right. 20? They had a whole 20. I don't know. Devontae Fierce, that's my guy right there. Young cat out there doing his thing. Love it, love it, man. There you go. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. No problem. No problem. Oh yeah, I think y'all definitely I think gonna be showing out. Y'all really showing out. Y'all really showing out. I ain't gonna tell nobody else about it because I don't want them to know. There we go. Stratford trying to show out all around. They on and off the field. It don't matter. They trying to come this year. But let's talk about it. I always write notes for every game that happens. Something quick, plain, simple of how the game went. And the first one, it, Cross is different. I like Cross. Listen, don't get me wrong. First of all, the people in Cross are all about Cross. Don't get that. Don't get that twisted now. That's one thing I like about them. They about them Cross Trojans now. All the way from the top to the bottom. We got to stick and finish all the way through. All four quarters. Right? See? We're all four quarters. They got to stay for all games. Hey, 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 DeMar. You know why he's saying that, y'all? Because my nephew knows me. He's like, you being real nice. You being real nice right about now. And yes, they did. Go to hell. Yeah, they did feed me. I ain't gonna lie. Had a nice fish basket. Now, whatever. They must be feed you. Because you had hear the way I talk. Plus, I live out here. Listen, I don't think it was even a Cinderella story. I don't even think it was a Cinderella story. Oh yeah. Listen. A good old country plate. Good old country. Don't worry. Hey, Demar, what are you doing? Worry about that, man. Yeah, it was a good plate though. I ain't gonna lie. Fish is good. Hey, and Demar, and they give you bread with it too, huh? You know, come on now. Anybody ain't giving you no bread with it too, dog. Huh? That boy gave you some bread with it too. Gave you some bread. Everybody giving out bread with their fish plates. They don't know about that. Huh? They don't know about that. But let's cut it out, man. You give me all discombobulated out here. Let's talk about the 6U yesterday. Stall versus hand-to-hand Hawks. 36-0. I didn't highlight none of this stuff. 36-0 hand-to-hand Hawks. All hand-to-hand Hawks. All gas. No, none. I don't even think they even know what a break looks like. They were on them yesterday. A couple of different times, I see Hanahan trying to do some different things. I'm not going to say what it is, but I like where he's going at. I like where he's going at with it. I get it. And if you can teach it, teach it. Right? If you can teach it, teach it. Couple minor mistakes. These guys are gonna fix and they're gonna get it. But yesterday I had all hand Hawks is all I could put on my notes. All hand Hawks. Every time they got the ball, gone. Every time they get a fumble recovery, gone. They touch the ball, they get it on offense, they was getting it for the majority of the time. Some tackles, some good plays by Saul Junior Warriors, just not enough. Just not enough. Hand Hawks take that and walk that one down. Moving on next to the 8U. The Stall Junior Warriors win over the Military Magnet Eagles 28-6. Now, let me tell you, these notes, you're really gonna Collington in the building. Hey, Kadeem. I know Craig's gonna pop up here in a minute, and I tell you, there's no disrespect. I wish I would have gotten to see them this year, but you guys did your thing, even paper and out on the field. Kudos to you and Collington out there for doing their thing. We ate good. Yeah, we ate good in the booth. Yes, we did. And you definitely gotta have that break. Tabby, come on now. Tabby, what you know about that? Uh-oh. Now hand-to-hand Hawks versus Cross. 10U first round. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. Because we'll talk about the Cross and what they did here in a minute. But 8U stall. Let's talk about the notes that I wrote down. All right, you ready? So this is the part that makes it a little bit different. They get all the way down to the goal line. Get all the way down to the goal line, half-yard line, and don't score. Ooh-wee. I believe it was a fumble. Come back. Military Magnet, I believe, came back. I'm sorry, come back and score off a fumble. Eagles fumble again. Warriors ball. Warriors fumble. A lot of that stuff is going on back and forth. Lots of that going on back and forth. Come back at halftime. It was 22-6. 22-6 at halftime lets you know, it makes you think when you watch it, when you read it on paper. That's why I tell you guys all the time, stop going off those numbers. I know this sounds like big dog stuff. Not big dog stuff always happening. 22-6, and then 28-6 was the final. So wait, you guys scored 22 points in the first half, couldn't get nothing but just one in the second. You still come out with a win. That's all that matters. Congratulations. Way to go, 8U Stall Warriors, Junior Warriors. Moving on to the 12U. Moving on to the 12U, it was the Warriors dominant to set the tone with TD right off the kickoff. Ran it all the way down. They had a couple screen plays that was going on, a couple running plays that were working. The 12U comes out with the win 36-6 over Military Magnet Eagles. Then we moved on to the 10U. It was 22-14. 22-14. At first, it looked like Stall Junior Warriors were just taking off with it. They was punching it down. They was doing everything they had to do. And then West Ashley would, good play. All right, no. Good play again. And then back. You know, it was that back and forth, that tug of war thing going on. Come back after the half. West Ashley makes a couple moves, comes down the field. Boom. Now it's getting towards the end of the game. Now it's getting towards time. You're now playing against time and you're playing against the opponent. I believe they went for an onside kick. It didn't work. They needed that to get back in the game. The game ended up 22-14. They had just seconds. They burnt up those timeouts. They had to because the clock was up high. They had to burn it up, and it just wasn't enough. Just wasn't enough. Boom, Shakira Duggan's in the house up with the Raiders flag flying high. You covering all the playoff games for next week. I am doing D1. I'll be there for the D1 games. And we're going to talk about which one I'm going to be at. Y'all got so many teams. Can't be at both places. Right? It'd have been day games, night games, all time games. Man, he'd be playing all weekend. All right, waiting on me. But that's how it went down. So, congratulations. 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 It was Stahl taking the big wins all yesterday, except for one. 3 games to 1. Congratulations to Stahl. Way to go. Appreciate you. Had a good time out there. Chili cheese nachos pretty bussin'. And I like the environment. It was really cool. Can you believe the refs were late? No. 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 Yeah, the refs were late. Everybody else, we were there on time. All that. Nah, just naming who in. Yes. I got you, brother. Don't go nowhere. I got you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. I got you. I got you. It's coming up next about that. All right. But before that comes out, we're going to talk about Cross against Beyond Sports. Beyond Sports and Training. Those fellas came out. Young ladies and fellas came out today to see what was going down here at Cross Homecoming. Went down this past today, a few hours ago. Mother just past day, half a day ago, not even just a few hours ago. Cross finished their thing. We had my man DJ Creativity in the house. Huh? Come on, man. This game has got to get. Boy, the DJs out there made it jumping, right? Along with me. Now I'm hype. We up. Kristen calls me kind of last minute. Thankfully, I only lived minutes away. We jumped up. We ran out there. Don't start asking me all those questions. I'm gonna give you the setup here in just a minute. I don't. Hey, you D1 or D2? If it's D2, I'm not. I don't have the D2 list because Dustin, what's up, brother? D2 just got through playing today. So even with Cross and Beyond Sports playing today, there's still some factors. So the commissioner, because I've already called him, people, you think I wouldn't come to you with all the list? I would. I called the commissioner. He said it wasn't ready. He gave me the D1 list. I take what I'm fed sometimes. I just simply take what I'm fed. I give him some grief about it later, but now that wasn't the time. Stahl Junior Warriors have one of the best 10U records against D2 teams, but we missed the playoffs because of losing against 2 D1 teams when no other teams played 2 D2 teams. Heck, some have not even played one. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a good one. Cornelius, I would actually take that. I would have actually been I would have been maybe that was a conversation between your director and the commissioner. Um, and I understand your frustration. If you're a D2 team and you played a D1, should it count? Depends on the situation. Like if you needed that to actually get all of your games in, then yeah, it's either that or you're gonna play another team twice or something like that. And sometimes that don't work out during regular season. But that's an option. You know, if we present it, I'd have to know all the facts and where everybody was sitting on with it. But from what you're saying or what you have typed, it would almost it wouldn't sit right with me. But again, I don't know how you guys um, approach things. I just call the man. If there's something I don't like, if there's something I see and I'm like, that don't look right, then hey, nephew, what's going on? What's going on? Break this down to me. Let me know. Make it make sense type thing. All right. That's exactly what we do. So, we're talking about cross versus beyond sports. Well, the 8U came out with a win 30-0. The 10U came out and won 36-8. And then the 12U took an L 24-0. Yes, I wrote notes. Of course, I always, 99%, I write notes. Only time I don't write notes is if I'm live streaming and then you guys get to see it. All right. So the 8U cross handled business. The running game was pretty decent. Beyond sports, they had low numbers. Started off with low numbers, ended with low numbers. And I don't know if it was due to the travel or that's just what they've been contemplating or dealing with or running with all season. But it just ended up like that. But at the same time, I'm running dead here. I might be jumping over. I might have to go to the phone here in a minute and pop back up. But at the same time, I would almost think if you've been running like that, at the same time, Cross's 8U had a lot of 6-year-olds and 7-year-olds on the team, and I believe a 5-year-old. Five, six, they was kind of running on low on ages, not on numbers. They were running low on age. So does that make it even? I don't know. That's a tough one. But Cross handled business. 30-0, took it down. Running clock, I believe, was by the third quarter. Moving on to the 10U. Cross ran pretty much like the same play 3 or 4 times. Beyond Sports went for it every single time. Double reverse will kill you if you're not disciplined. If you're not disciplined, double reverse will get you every single time because you want to be the guy to make that tackle. It ain't going to happen. Hold up, player. Hold up. All right? So, that's how that went down. What else? What else? Come back beyond youth sports. I keep saying youth. Beyond sports came back and scored off the kickoff. Impressed by the 10U Trojans a little bit. I think that if they are a younger team next year, if a lot of them are still in 10U, I think that's when they're going to turn around and shine. Of course, they'll get some more work. They'll get some more insight to the game. They'll start learning the game a little bit better. Take on some stronger competition during the postseason and preseason, if possible, especially during that preseason. Been telling y'all that for the longest. You need that preseason work. You need that preseason work. All right? You need it. You need it. You need it. You need it. Go get it. 12U came back, 12U Cross against Beyond Sports, 24-0. They call it in the third quarter, right? At the end, beginning of the fourth quarter. Cross said, it's all good. We appreciate it. Thank Beyond Sports for coming out, traveling from the other side of Orangeburg, coming down, getting that clap. And that's exactly what they did. That's exactly what they did. They came down, they knocked it out the park. They came down to handle business. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. That is exactly what they're supposed to do. All right. Moving forward, we're gonna keep it short and sweet and talk about it real quick. And don't forget, tomorrow, we'll be back. Yeah, listen, I don't see how y'all message me during the live, but okay. Let's talk about. No, still everybody thought we was rolling. No, I don't say rollover, but people always think that they're an easy mark, right? If you're new, you're still working on development, you're still working on getting some of those things together. Um, you're in competition with some of the surrounding areas that are around you. Devontae, it's harder. It's a little bit more pressure. So what you do is you put a little bit more pressure back on them, right? Give those kids everything you got, every opportunity, whatever you need. Keep telling y'all have the resources right here around you. You just got to reach out and call these cats, man. You just got to reach out and call these cats. That's it. That's it. You just got to reach out and call these cats. What's up, Tyrone? What's in the bill? What's up, bro? What's going on? What's good? What's good? We're gonna talk about these playoffs. Let me see about this on the screen here. We're gonna talk about these playoffs. All right, because that's what everybody wants to know. That's what everybody wants to know. All right, D1. D1 will be played at Lucy Beckham and EMC. That's the Extra Mile Club out in Buford to play at Whale Branch. Whale Branch. All right. Whale Branch out there in Buford. All right. So D1, round one. That makes it really hard to find like Dion. I love the energy from him, man. I love the energy from Cross. And I can't, it's gonna be something. I told him next, I'm gonna help out with him. Just TT. I'm gonna see if I can get them some people over there to give some help. Lucy Beckham, that's where I will be. I will be at Lucy Beckham. They when I went there last time, they locked it in. They didn't even ask. It's like, we want to lock you in. Call Jay, make sure it happens. I get it, and that's what came out. And starting at 9 o'clock, it is the 6U Fort Dorchester Youth Patriots against West Ashley. At 10 o'clock, 12U EC Warhawks versus Fort Dorchester. Ooh. Then the 6U Woodland. It's the Wood Dog versus North Charleston. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. And the 8U is EC Warhawks versus North Charleston. Another good one for you. And the 10U, starting at 2 p.m., Ashley Ridge versus North Charleston. Ooh, they meet again in the playoffs. They've been meeting for a long time. You guys know the history between these two teams. That age group has been meeting for a long, long time in the playoffs, and it's always a good game. Are we going to see the same this year? We'll see. Then at 3:30, the 12U, it is West Ashley Junior Wildcats versus NC Raiders. Then we move on to the 8U, back to the 8U, excuse me. It is Ashley Ridge versus West Ashley Junior Wildcats. Then at 6:30 that evening, night game, y'all, EC Warhawks 10U versus Kane Bay. They get to go meet again. They get to go meet again. They bumped into each other again. Just played each other a couple weeks ago. Just played each other a couple weeks ago. Good game. Good game. Yeah, a little heated, a little choppy at sometimes, man, like football games do. Just a little overboard with it. A little overboard with it. Just a little overboard with it. But other than that, it still ended up being a great game. The other game that'll be played at EMC Extra Mile Club. They play at Whale Branch out in Buford. 9 o'clock in the morning, it will be Kane Bay 6U versus EMC. 10 o'clock, 12U, Kane Bay versus Ashley Ridge. Then we move on to 11:30, 8U, Kane Bay versus West Columbia Tigers. Then it's 12U. It's the Wood Dog. 12U going against West Columbia Tigers. 6U up next plays Philip Simmons plays against West Columbia Tigers. Then at 3:30 it's the 10U. Philip Simmons playing against Woodland. 5 p.m. it's 10U action going down. West Ashley Junior Wildcats will take on Fort Dorchester. Then at 6:30 to end the night, it is EMC's 8U versus Fort Dorchester Youth Patriots 8U. Don't forget, D1 round 2. It'll be in West Columbia and in Somerville. Woo-hoo. Round 2 will be in West Columbia and Somerville. All right, so look forward to seeing that one right there. And then D2 round 2, I believe the first round, one is in Berkeley. We don't know the teams yet. One is in Berkeley, and I want to say, oh my gosh, I forgot where the other one was. Is that the EMC? That can't be the EMC. That might be. All right, D1 round 2. D1 round 2, West Columbia Somerville. D2 round 2, Holly Hill and Philip Simmons. I think it is Colleton. Yes, you're absolutely right. Thank you, Sophie. Thank you, Sophie. It is. It's at Colleton. Colleton will be hosting one. And who did I just say? We'll be doing the second one. Colleton has one. Colleton has one. So it should be interesting, right? And Berkeley, exactly, Dustin. I knew, didn't I just say that? It's too many names and it's a lot. Berkeley, all right. So Berkeley will do one, Colleton will do the other. All right. But I don't know the list yet because some of these teams just played today. Luckily, they were able to play today because honestly, I'm gonna ask the commit. I'm gonna ask the commissioner, right? I should have invited him here tonight, but I want to ask commissioner, hey, would that have made a difference? Right? If those teams didn't get to play today, they said just cancel it and let it keep going, would it have made a difference? Ooh-wee. I don't know. But that's the rundown, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it's going down. Lucy Beckham, okay, for the EC Warhawks, EMC Tigers, all right, Extra Mile Club, straight out of Buford, playing out of Whale Branch. Shout out to Whale Branch. Seating possibly, yeah. He said, yeah, seating, yeah, it probably would have, right? Hey, Dustin, I know you didn't know this. I had a heckler today. Yeah, man, listen, I had a heckler today, and I want to go ahead and give a shout out right there. Cross Junior Youth Trojans. This is officially my first heckler. Came out there, was yelling stuff from the stands back up to me because, of course, I have, the windows open. I got stuff going on. Um, I love those guys to death, but I just got the list. Had no time to practice the names or do anything like that. This young lady decided to, you need me to come help you, and you need. I was like, not really, but I mean, if you want to come up, you can. So she came up to the booth, and now we see, like my man James Davis said, what do you call it? Let me see. Hold on, because I don't want to get it. I don't want to. Oh, she was drinking that Space Jam juice. She, she was drinking that Space Jam juice early in the morning. So this young lady decided to come up and just start hollering, get the names right and all the other stuff. But then when I asked her, come on up, she could more than welcome to come up and announce these names of these kids that I don't know. She was more than willing to come up there and didn't do it. Like, it was all fun and games, so you got up there. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, when you see this young lady out and about, just hand claps. Hand clap. I'm not gonna put out where she works. I'm not even gonna put her name out there, which I actually was, and to be really, really petty, but I'm not gonna do it. 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 Maybe tomorrow. I'm still doing lunch in the lab. Oh yeah, we're still doing lunch in the lab because we got a couple more things to talk about. I don't want to keep you guys too long. I know you guys got to go watch that last game. All right, that last game's about to start up here in a little bit. But Flowtown Elite, are they D1 or D2, Jimmy? Petty game, petty game, petty game. Petty game, petty game, that's what I do. P to the E to the TTY. Hey, petty, petty, petty. P to the E to the B. Hey, listen, they call me Pookie. Y'all better ask Stephen Sean. They call me Petty Pookie. I don't care. I don't care. I'll make you famous. Keep messing with me. I come up there trying to do my job, people. I get it. I get it. I do this as a lesson. Listen, I don't come to your job kicking stuff around, knocking the fries out your hand. You know what I mean? So come on now. Come on. Y'all know I'm there for a reason, not just a season, right? Let me do my thing. All right, Jimmy says the D2 8U undefeated 10U division champ. Division champs in the building. Jimmy, I know if you just popped in, first of all, thank you. First of all, thank you. Look at this, you beat me to it. Hey, Simone, see you, Simone. It was, hey, Professor. Um, the D2 I do not have yet. The D2 I do not have yet. I just got out the phone. I do conference calls with the commissioner every Sunday and Wednesday. We check in with each other. What's new? What's going on? What's happening? What's popping? Little stuff like that. Plus, on a personal level, I can just call him any other time, but that's usually when I reach out to him. Sundays and Wednesdays. Sundays and Wednesdays. What's up? Hey, CFO. I heard you was calling games. I gotta hear this one. So unfortunately, Jimmy, some D2 teams played today. All right. He was waiting to get confirmation from some scores and stuff like that. Some D2 teams played today. I'm pretty sure it was more than just one set. Um, and that's what we were waiting on. Referees still a problem? Yeesh. Well, kind of, sort of. Kind of, sort of. If it was a stretch for them to find them, if it was a stretch, if it was a stretch for you to find them, yeah, yeah. Oh, both locked in on the upstate. See, I got you. I got you. And as well, they should with those records. Yeah, they should be. If 8U is undefeated and 10U division champs with 8-1, yeah, they should be locked in. I'd be just worried. My thing is now, Jimmy, what are you worried about? We just talking about the, when and where type thing, right? That's all. She said, yes, sir, would have made you proud. Hey, very appreciate it. I'm sure you would have. I'm sure you would have. If teams are thinking about combining, something we're going to talk about tomorrow, lunch in the lab. That way we're done with this, right? We've talked about it today. So we don't have to talk about it really so much tomorrow about, the game of the weeks. But tomorrow the question is, if teams are combining, or thinking about combining, have you done all of your homework to make sure everybody's going to be good with the decision that you're about to make? And are you happy just making the playoffs or finishing the season? Are you happy with just making the playoffs and or finishing the season? If so, is that your goal? Is that it? Eh? We don't know. Tomorrow we'll find out. Ask yourselves that question. Join in tomorrow. Lunch in the lab at 12 o'clock. It's enough for her. We ain't even gonna, come on, man. Put it out there. I told you. Stop playing with me. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. It's all good. I want people to speak their mind and do what they got to do. But then after a while, if you kind of, I know you don't know that I had just got the phone call 30 to 45 minutes before, and I just fly up there to try to make something happen and make your homecoming a little jumping. That's all I'm there for. Edutainment. But it's hard to do that. If I'm saying something wrong, if I'm pronouncing it wrong or something like that, simply come up, knock on the door, come on in and say, hey, it's pronounced like, boom. I'll fix it right then and there. Even when it comes to the list, come on and sit down. Or you can be like Ashley Ridge, you swamp foxes. Hello. Print that bad boy out. I promise you, I could have sworn I said I was going to keep those things. And I'm not Ashley Ridge. I'm sorry, EC Warhawks. EC Warhawks prints theirs out, and I cannot find that thing anywhere. I'm actually going to mount it. Speaking of mounting, I got the shadow boxes in today. Shadow boxes came in finally. We're going to put these two up in the shadow box. They might go up top. They might go up top. I need to fill in all that. That's going to come down. So all right, get another one there, another one up top, and we'll keep them rolling. If you have a jersey, if you have some stuff that you want to donate, I say stuff. It actually has to be a jersey or some type of formal of wear. Because I gotta get one for the Greenview Eagles one right here. I think I might want to wait on a jersey. I like the Greenview Eagles. I like everything they're doing. They have nothing but swag going on over there. I think they got a clothing shop. Somebody over there owns. They got to. Somebody over there owns a clothing business because the way they keep coming out with different swag, that's like they're like the Oregon Ducks. They got about like 12 different uniforms, and the parents get to flip flop and switch their stuff up too. Somebody owns a factory over there. Huh? Got to. Got to. Hey, listen, you ain't lying. Listen, if you go to Sophie, they did it so smooth. I know they had to have about like 5 or 6 copies of each, right? But come on, man, print that bad boy out. I can understand, even if you want it, this is your homecoming. These games are coming up, and especially midway through the season, you should already once your roster is locked. Here we go. Listen, let's start printing that bad boy out. Get it laminated. Look, we'll get you a little sleeve that can hold you a few copies of your 8s, your 10s, your 12s, your 6s, whatever the case may be. Please print them out. And it's not about reading their names. It's about reading other people's handwriting, folks. It's about reading other people's handwriting. Simply, plain. That's all it is. It's about reading somebody else's handwriting. It's sometimes difficult. All right, your N's look like S's, your S's look like A. I don't know. Like, I don't want to sit there and try to figure that out. I just want to be able to plainly see it. If it comes to pronunciation, then you can put it all on me, and that's fine too. Because normally I practice it. Normally I get a list. If you're going to have a roster, I normally get it well in advance, at least a day or two. Ask Booker TP. All right, ask Booker. When Booker asked me to come do B team, like, first thing you got to do, bro, send me a roster. Northwood Academy. That's Johnny Waters. Send me a roster. Send me something so I can look at some of these names. I don't care about the numbers and all that stuff right now. Let me get some of these names down. I can start putting the face of the name once you keep on doing it. Cool. But I want to get the pronunciation right. That's something that the parents should be proud of. So that's what I want to do. That's it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You guys can make that stuff happen. I know you can. I know you can. Don't forget, tomorrow, join me, Lunch in the Lab. We'll be right back at it like an acrobatic doing mathematics. We might be a little flippy, but you can always count on us. All right? So make sure that you tune in tomorrow, 12 o'clock. We'll be right back at it. Don't forget, you see, boom, this young lady right here. I don't know what kind of freaking look that is right there. Well, y'all better leave me alone. I don't bother nobody. I don't bother nobody. I don't bother nobody. I'm just the guy on the mic. That's all. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, we still have more room. Contact Low Country Elite Bowl. All right, Low Country Football, inc.com. Look them up. Find out what they have left, what they got going on. And Low Country Royale. It is almost time to shut this bad boy down. It's almost time. This will be happening at Goose Creek. It will start around 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. All right, so buckle up, hold on tight. We still got more work to do. All right, we appreciate everybody. And never forget, listen, time is a precious thing. Shout out to the Cane Bay Cobras. Prayer Warriors sent and sent again. If you are any type of human being, a couple of the players, I saw them from EC Warhawks put the marker number 17 on the arm and showed it. I think that was a beautiful gesture. Guys, put them up. We love it. We love it. I just can't imagine what the family is going through. I know that Tommy Price and Bagman, they're right there for him, and we are too as a village. When stuff like this happens, that's one thing I love about Sky for the SEC. You know, all that stuff drops, and everybody comes together. Everybody comes together, and that's why I love y'all. All right. So, you already know what it is. We're going to leave it up there. It's the AR-17. I'm going to get something. I got to get something to go here in the booth. I mean, in the, you missed everything. The AR-17 will be coming up. I'll be putting something up here in the lab. Playoffs going down. Don't forget, you want to know what happened? Rewind just a little bit. Tomorrow, I'm back. Lunch in the Lab. This was In the Lab with the Professor. Yes, we were live via YouTube. Yes, we were live on Facebook. Ariel, I show you my heckler? Bam! That's the lady who was heckling me. Oh my gosh. I didn't know what she was doing. Lady, leave me alone. But I had to get a selfie. Part of the petty gang. Who? I am the petty gang. I don't bother nobody when I'm on the mic. Don't bother me. That's all I got to say. I'm gonna put it up there. Huh? But I have tight. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, In the Lab with the Professor. Shauna, what's happening? In the Lab with the Professor on YouTube. All right, PhD Youth Sports. Boom, the Skybox Bully. Always, Simone, you know what it is. You know what we do. You know how we get down. All right? And never forget, my guy. You already know what it is. Hey, we'll catch you tomorrow, 12 o'clock on the dot. Peace and blessings to you. Have a great